Yes, today we are talking how to become an Australian citizen. This is a topic we have not been talking about, and recently many people have been asking questions on this. We've always talked about how to become a resident of Australia, like permanent resident, but we don't actually talk about how to become a citizen. And most of the time, people migrating to another country mostly want to become citizen. Not everyone do, but people like us want to be citizens, Australians. So today we are talking on how to become an Aussie citizen. Okay, but before we dive into it, before we dig into it, I just want to talk about the benefit of becoming an Aussie, like oi, oi, oi. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Okay, all right. If you are a citizen of Australia, there are so many benefits. Okay, the first one is you having a full political participations. That means that you can take part in politics. You can become our prime minister one day. Okay, so you participate in election. You need to vote. Like, you must vote. Federal election, state election, and local government election. And if you don't vote, they'll be fine. So you must vote too. Ask me that question next time. I will tell you my experience on that. Another benefit is that you have access to government jobs. Okay, though most of government jobs you can apply for if you are a permanent resident, not actually only citizen. However, there are some jobs like militaries and so on that you cannot get involved with, or government position, if you are just a permanent resident without being a citizen. So there are some jobs that are meant for citizens of Australians. Another important aspect of it is having Aussie passports. The door opener. Okay, so you have so many countries that you can go to without visa, and also there are some countries that you need visa for, but because you have that Aussie passport, easy access, like easy they go. You know what I mean? Okay, all right. So there are so many benefits. Then you talk about being able to sponsor family members for permanent residency and so on. However, there is some other things involved in this one. Sponsoring family members is not that very easy anyways, especially when the family member is young. Okay, so another benefit is social security. Having some social security from the family benefits, youth allowance. Even those a permanent resident can get some of those social securities and so on. Money for children from the government, from Centrelink, and so on. Okay, another important benefit of becoming an Australian citizen is the educational benefits. Okay, so if you're an Australian citizen, you are qualified for certain scholarships, and another one is free, like studying with loan in tertiary institution, like in TEF and universities. Okay, so if you're a citizen, there is a government loan that is called HELPS. Okay, with HELPS you can study in the university in the TEF, and without paying your school fees. You don't pay any fees. The government will pay it, and when you graduate and start working, you will pay tiny bits. Like, you don't even feel that you're paying anything. So most people that are Australian citizens tend to go with that HELPS. Even people that are from rich family, they don't care, because that money, when you start paying it back, it's better you pay it back, because your tax, it will help also in your tax, because that money is taken off before you are taxed when you start working. So some people say it's better for them to study with HES and let their parents save their money. Okay, so in this country, don't come here and act like I am from Africa, I want to pay my child's university school fees. But chill down. Government has planned. Use that money to go and help your village people. Allow your child to be an Aussie. Allow your child to be an Aussie. Okay, do what other people are doing, because when they start making that money, they pay it before the tax. Okay, so whatever is left, that is only what is going to be taxed. You see, allow them to do like others. All right, so when you are Aussie citizen, you are qualified for government loan for studies, and also for certain scholarship and so on. Okay, then talk about the dual citizenship. Like, people like us, we don't have problem having dual citizenship, but from some people, before you get Australian any other citizenship from any other country, they want you to denounce. Becoming an Australian citizen, you do not have to denounce any other citizenship. You just grab the Aussie one, add it to where, just put it there, okay? So they don't ask you to denounce anything, okay? So another benefit is getting involved in civic and legal rights and so on, okay? So one day you can say, Abba, I want to be the Prime Minister of Australia. Boom, 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 you're a citizen. There are so many other benefits. However, today's video is about telling you how to become an Australian citizen, okay? So if this sounds like something you want to hear, please sit back and let's dig in. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Jane Kenny's Creation, where we keep it real. My name is Jane and I live in Australia. Welcome. Thank you, my subscribers. You guys rock. If you are new here, please do subscribe and become a member of this beautiful family where we keep it real, authentic. Okay, please do like my video, like, share. All right, let's talk about this. First of all, there are 3 ways to become an Aussie citizen. 3 ways, okay? The first one is citizenship by birth. Like if you are born in Aussie and one of your parents or 2 of your parents are permanent residents of Australia, you become a permanent resident. Okay, so maybe your mom is a permanent resident or your dad is a permanent resident or both of them are permanent resident and you're born in Australia or they're citizen, you become a citizen. You become a citizen. They are permanent resident, you become a citizen by birth. Okay, our last baby is a citizen by birth. Jide was even a citizen before any of us because we were on permanent resident when we had him. And yeah, you see him. Even the day we become citizens, we went for the ceremony. He's not having any certificate because he got his own. He's already Aussie by birth. You know? You see? Monkey they walk, babu they chop, eh? Parents they fight for the kids. The kids don't become Aussie citizens before the parents. All right, okay. Let's keep going. Another thing I want to say about the citizenship by birth is when you just have your baby, all you need is to inform the government, inform the Home Affairs, just fill some form and submit notification of birth. And yeah, they captured it, send you their birth certificate, and the child is a citizen. Any day you want a citizenship certificate, you just fill a form online and within 2 weeks it will arrive in your mailbox. All right. So, okay, another one is citizenship by descent. If you are born by Australian parents, like parents that are Australian citizens, you can be born anywhere, in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, anywhere. You are a citizen by descent, okay? You just fill a form to claim your citizenship, okay? The Obonga one, the last one, which is the major one, why me and you, they fight for. The big one that we are always after is citizenship by conferral, okay? They confer it on us, okay? So that is one that has some requirement that you need to meet for you to have it, okay? I'm going to give example in this one. All right. How do we become citizen? Let me give example with us, okay? First of all, for you to become an Australian citizen, you must have lived in Australia on a valid visa for at least 4 years. So you have to be here for at least 4 years for you to apply to be a citizen on a valid visa, okay? Not a visitor visa or something, all right? However, in that 4 years, you must have become a permanent resident for at least 1 year. Okay, so that 4 years that qualifies you to apply for citizenship, one of those years must be for you to be a permanent resident. So you cannot jump from temporary resident and become a citizen. You must be a permanent resident before you can become a citizen. At least 1 year of being a permanent resident. Does it make sense? Let me give you example with us, okay? Our own is kind of different because we came in here with a permanent resident. My family came to Australia with visa 190, permanent resident. And some of you will say, okay, do we have to stay 1 year to be citizens? No, we have to stay for 4 years. Remember, Australia said you must have stayed for 4 years. So though we come in with permanent resident, we cannot go and become citizen after 1 year. No, we have to wait for 4 good years before we can, like every other one, but we came with permanent resident. Let's assume that someone came with visa 491 or 182. Okay, 491 is a 5 years visa. So you land here in 2023 on that 5 years visa. And after 3 years, the government said you can apply for permanent residence. So in 2024, 2025, 2026, you have stayed for your 3 years. You apply for permanent resident 2027. After 2027, you can now apply for Australian citizenship. Okay, so 4 years before applying for citizen, in that 4 years, 1 year must be permanent resident. However, if you come with permanent resident, you must stay for 4 years before you become a citizen like Aussie. All right. Okay. Now there is another rule there. In that 4 years you have stayed in Australia, in the last 12 months before you applied, you must have lived in Australia in the last 12 months. So he said you must live in Australia for the last 12 months as a permanent resident visa holder. And within that last 12 months, you must not have been outside of Australia for more than 90 days. That is 3 months. I can be going out and coming back. But in that 12 months, last 12 months, I cannot leave Australia and stay away for 3 months, for 90 days. If I stay and live outside for 90 days, they will start recounting my 12 months. Does it make sense? So if you want to apply for Australian citizen and you stayed for 4 years, make sure the last 12 months you have stayed in Australia. And in that last 12 months, you can never go out of Australia and stay away for more than 90 days. If not, they will start counting your 12 months again. You start from the beginning. Does it make sense? All right. So okay, how do you go for that? Okay, if you meet all these requirements, you need to go online. You can do application online under the website of the Home Affairs. Application for citizenship, you come to their website. You can do your application online, type everything in. Okay, print out the other form like signature and someone that a referee or what do you call it, someone that will certify you or something. Most people use somebody like medical doctors, GPs, because you go to your local GP, they will sign you as long as they are citizens. They will confirm you and testify and so on and stamp your passport and so on, your passport pictures and so on. Okay, identify your family because they already know you and they must have known you for the last 12 months. That is the rule and they are citizens. Okay, you fill out the form, submit and pay. Okay, or you can do a paper application in the sense that you print out and you fill in the form, certify your document and so on, you post it. Then when you apply for citizenship, you submit all your documents, they will ask you to come for a written test. But before then, they will supply you all the materials that you're going to read. Guys, it's not hard. It's just that you need to read it. I remember when we were doing our own, my husband is a jolly good fellow. He doesn't really take those kind of a thing because he knows he will pass it. But me, myself, I was like, what if? Because I went around and people are saying that people do fail this citizenship test and so on. And I'm like, what if? He's not taking this thing serious. So then I lied to him. I said to him, that I just read online where someone said that they failed you 2 times. That people are failing this thing, and I see people commenting. He said, is it true? I said, it's true. Then he said, okay, send me those app. Again, let me download. He downloaded the app and started reading it. So the day we went for the test was actually easy. So he came out and he said to me again, did you actually say that people are failing this? I was laughing. I said, but somehow it's hard though. There is some part that you have to get 5/5 is in section. Okay, so those part that you're supposed to get all of them right is 5 questions. It was actually the one I was like, what if someone doesn't get all of them? Then you come and repeat. Like, you can't repeat this thing. You see, it's not breaking. Anxiety is too much. Just going to just do it for once. So that was how I lied. At least when he was studying, it made me at least calm down because I kept thinking, what if he doesn't take it serious and we had to? So I was like, okay, I lied, but it was a sweet lie. So when he caught me, I was like, it's okay, we are passed. Okay, so after that, after a few weeks, after you pass the exam, They will write and say to you, congratulations, you're now Aussie citizen, okay? But your certificate will be given to you on a ceremony. So your local shire, your local government will write you, and you make arrangements on their next ceremony if you guys are coming, or the next one, because there's always a ceremony coming, probably every 2 months or 3 months, depending on the shire. Then that day, you queued off and go and receive your Aussie, citizenship certificate. Okay, you receive it, they give you some gifts, and you take some nice photos and so on. Okay, and on that day you see other people. All right, so on that very day, that is where there's someone from electoral board, okay, electoral commission, will come and also take you people's name and credentials and write it in the electoral register. So now you are qualified to vote in Australia. And in the next election, if you don't vote, you get a fine. They will post it to you. One good thing about Australian election is that you can do it by post, online, and on that very day. So they give you all the opportunity and give you manual on how to. And you become coconut head and you decide not to go and do it, they will give you a fine. You pay. Ask me about that. Okay, how do I know? Experience is the best teacher. All right, so the target is to become Aussie. And I just want to tell you that I keep saying it, Australia is a beautiful country. I see people now talking about so much money in Australia. We don't carry money with buckets. I know you talk about the minimum wage, but the thing is that we are fine, we are comfortable. Whatever is happening here, we don't complain because we know that is good. Okay, so your journey to being Australia resident, your journey to being Australia citizen is a good one, is a good course. You will never regret it. Okay, all right, so keep pushing until you get there. All right, so that's all I want to talk today. See you in my next video, and keeping it real. Try to like my video and share. Okay, thank you. Bye.